What's going on, all you wild serial killers out there? Your two favorite uncles are back here for Cinephellas. I am Logan C. Hall. That's my good mate over there.
And I'm just Henry Hill. What's going on, everybody? Look where we are. We're back and we're reviewing more Dexter. Who would have thought? We had the spinoff New Blood a few years back with Dexter's son. And, this past year, the showrunner of Dexter made the big announcement that we were getting not one, but two new Dexter shows here, a prequel that we're reviewing tonight. It focuses on Dexter when he first started at Miami Metro back in 1991. That's right. We were talking about the brand new show. It's you can watch it on Paramount Plus. We're talking about Dexter Original Sin.
Bringing it to life for the first time is a whole new story. Dexter Original Sin.
That's right, Dix. He's back in
Hey, Dex.
1991 and a lot younger, of course, in the brand new prequel series, Original Sin. Dexter's played by Patrick Gibson, but really the setup of the series and the first episode is what happens to Michael C. Hall's Dexter's character after the spinoff, New Blood. He basically gets shot by Harrison, and he's like, oh, in the back of the car. And then it kind of goes back to when he all started as a young kid, had a wig on, and what he's coming across as a young man and really finding his way into his career.
Yeah, it's the backstory that nobody really asked for, but here we are. It's a nice little way to bridge the gap, towards the sequel series. Nobody really needed this. Does he look like Dexter? No, he doesn't look like Dexter. But here we are. So we're learning what happened back in the 90s in Miami Metro. We see all the younger versions of the characters we know. Masuka. We're going to eventually run into LaGuerta, Batista, a young Deborah. Then we have Christian Slater. We have all these actors that were big back in the 90s too, which is funny. Christian Slater playing Harry, Dexter's dad. We have Sarah Michelle Gellar playing like the police chief, Patrick Dempsey with a mustache. I kind of, appreciate the show just for that alone. Just like they're just going with it. Let's have some fun, not take it too seriously. But watching the original Dexter and stuff, it's going to be hard to nail the tone of that. This seems more like a comedic take, and I don't know if it's intentional or not. But this first episode was fun, but it's going to be hard, seeing this, as young Dexter, seeing how, the first series was with Michael C. Hall and seeing this new actor try to play him. It's just kind of throws you off at first because they don't look alike. The wig, it's going to take some time, I think.
Yeah, I just have the first episode alone. I'm like, nah, not feeling it so far. It felt like a parody to me. I was waiting for a laugh track to come in the background. I don't know. Just the tone of it was completely different. And like you said, a show we didn't really ask for, but we got anyways. And, wanted to give, a shot and see what they're doing with it. Hopefully it gets better. But off the first episode that we watched, not a fan so far and more comedic and unbelievable. And the first episode really is Dexter, young Dexter, killing somebody, his first victim, having to do with this nurse that's slowly killing her patients. He's onto her, but yeah, that was probably the coolest part of the episode.
Yeah, they definitely pluck that from the headlines. That's, there's been a lot of nurses along the years that's happened. Found out that they're actually giving their patients too much medicine or, putting poison in their IVs. So ripping that from the headlines. But yeah, this is before Dexter had the code from Harry. So we're basically going to see what turned him, into the Dexter that we all know. And we're going to see, it'll be interesting to see how they play this. If it's going to be like a new killer every week kind of a thing, like him going after somebody, see what kind of trouble he gets into. But, ultimately we know where this character goes. So how many surprises can this series offer? I don't know. We'll just have to find out. But yeah, it's definitely not as good as the Dexter series. I'll stick around for an episode or two, see if it picks up and gets better once he gets out of the wig, the hairpiece, whatever you call it there. And I did like Deborah, the girl that played Deborah, really captured Deb's, wild, cursing and running around, always fighting with Dexter, but they love each other. The family trio there is strong, so they were able to portray that pretty well. Masuka, I thought he was pretty funny. The actor that they got to play the young Masuka had some funny lines. He was always funny in the original show. And then you have all these lookalikes for the other characters. So it's just going to take some time to get used to. Hoping it picks up from this first episode. I wasn't in love with it. Didn't hate it, but yeah, it just seems kind of like a parody so far. And we'll see where it goes from here. It was pretty cool how they were able to take the events of New Blood and bring it into this. And this is going to lead into the new series. So we'll learn more about where Dexter's at now before we get into Resurrection this summer. So it is good for that. So with that being said, not a lot to go by yet. Threw me off a little bit. It's going to take some time to get used to. So with that being said, I'll give the first episode of Dexter Original Sin, I'll give it a 3 out of 5 Harry Morgan hair pieces.
I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a few episodes with this. Just wasn't blown away with the first episode, but there was a cool kill scene in the first episode. So we'll be back and talk more after watching a few episodes of this or at the end of the season, share our final thoughts. With that being said, I'm going to give Dexter Original Sin episode 1. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 Sarah Michelle Gellar hair pieces. So I want to hear from all you wild serial killers out there. What did you like about Dexter Original Sin? What didn't you like about it? What's your favorite season of Dexter? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. Also, check out these wild uncles on Facebook, X, and Instagram, and our website, Cinephellas.com, for the latest, greatest TV, movie news, and reviews.
So thank you guys for watching our review of the first episode of Dexter Original Sin. We'll see you guys when the final episodes air to the season. We'll be back to cover it all. So until then, I'm Uncle Henry Morgan.
And I'm Uncle Clyde Phillips, signing out until the next TV review. Cheers!
Cheers!